It's going to be a tough game again, but it's one that we're looking forward to. If all the players are aligned, if all the players know the goal, and we set the goal, and it's hard work to achieve it. We want the ball, but we want to be effective with the ball. We want to create chances, we want to excite the fans, we want to play attacking football.
Charlie, it's been a whirlwind week. Just put it into perspective for us.
As you say, it's been a whirlwind week. It's not even been a week yet. It feels like it's been a month so far. So we feel like we're getting to grips with everything now. We're in the full swing of things, and so we had a positive result on Tuesday, and now we're looking forward to tomorrow.
It was a good performance, so the mood must be pretty good after that, because it seemed like physically you got the better of them, and on the playing surface you got the better of them too.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. But as you said, it's just a start. It's one game. We're not getting too ahead of ourselves with anything. It's a positive performance. Obviously, not the result that we was looking for. So moving forward and going into tomorrow, we need the same energy. We need the same enthusiasm. We need the same quality against a strong Southampton side.
How important is it to keep that mood nice and high? Because previously there did seem to be a little bit of tension.
Yeah, it is. That's what we're trying to create. We're trying to be upbeat. We're trying to be positive in everything that we do. We're trying to move this club forward on the pitch, and trying to get the players in a good space that they feel that they can go onto the pitch and perform.
How much is it about man management, and has that changed since when you were a player?
I don't think it has ever changed. I think if you look at managers throughout history, they talk about man management. So I don't think that's changed. It's something that needs to be done. Everyone's human at the end of the day, and everyone wants that connection with the manager. So it's something that we're conscious of. It's something that we're trying to put into our practice. And as I say, as long as we can get the players on the pitch full of confidence, full of energy, and freedom to showcase their talents.
I suppose that might be more considered here because it's a young group, so they might need a bit of looking after more.
Yeah, it's as I say, a young group is a group full of energy. So it's getting them to understand what we're trying to put into place, what our principles are, and how we want them to play.
You're used to dealing with that, obviously, having done the academy. What's the big difference between doing the real youngsters in this group?
Yeah. Well, good question. They're not. Some of them are not far off the same age, so there's not a lot of difference, to be honest. It's probably in the academy there's a bit more education around everything and what it takes to be a first team player, and how to get there and how to achieve it. And now when we're in the first team, it's really focusing on the finer details of everything.
I think what we saw Tuesday was that some players who kind of were getting in squad under the previous manager, and some who weren't struggling to get into the team, now have another chance.
Yeah, like I said on Tuesday, it's a fresh slate for everyone. It's one that we will, a group and a squad we're trying to create as a bond together. No one ever achieves anything doing things by themselves in a football squad. So we want everyone to be as one, as a unit, and set a goal for ourselves. Not for me, as I say, but for the team and for the club. This club should be going in one direction, and that's up. And it's if all the players are aligned, if all the players know the goal, and we set the goal, and it's hard work to achieve it.
Just describe your kind of football philosophy to us. What fans might see.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Nice easy one.
Yeah, no, I think it's what you saw on Tuesday. Yeah. Really, we want the ball, but we want to be effective with the ball. We want to create chances. We want to excite the fans. We want to play attacking football, but with that, we need structure. And I think you saw that with the defending that we did. So as much as everyone, and we was all really happy about the way we attacked and the way you say they had freedom and created lots of chances, but for me the defence was really good. the way we defended our box, the amount of crosses that come in, the way that we put our bodies on the line. I mean, you see some of the tackles that was made. You know, it's everything around. It was a complete performance for me, and to say the only thing that was missing was a goal. So if you want to think, or if you want to see what my coaching philosophy is, I think you saw it Tuesday night.
And how much has that come from your time with Bournemouth? Because there were shades of that out there.
Yeah, I mean, we have ideas and stuff, and then, like you say, when you have your playing career and how you played and how you got success from that playing career, there's obviously elements you take from that, but I think along that, I think it's evolved. I think the way I've gone into coaching and being around different managers, it has evolved. It's different to what it was, but you say there probably is still shades of that, and because that's who I am.
You play 4-3-3. Is that what you like to play, or?
I could play. I've played every formation so far. You know, I've played loads and loads of different formations, but it doesn't really matter what formations you play. It's how the players you pick, how can you, wherever they are on a pitch, how effective can they be? So we might change formation, we might play different structures, but ultimately is to get the players who are going to affect the game on the pitch where it matters most.
Just talk to us about the relationship with you and Dan Gosling and Adrian Mariappa, how that works. I'm sure you obviously will chat about fix them out and play. Where do you have the final say in that?
Yeah, I have the final say, but it's a very much a collective aspect alongside Alberto as well. You know, he's been here a good number of years and has a different view and a great knowledge of the individual players. So we as a collective come up with the plan, if you want to call it the plan, or how we're going to play, how we're going to set up. And if you see us work and you see us train, is a very much collective, because I can't do everything on my own. You know, I'll be silly to say I can do everything on my own. So it's all of us together. It's all of us working as a unit and the staff, because if you want the players to be a collective, then the staff has to be a collective as well.
Have you spoken to the board or Scott about developments and future and how long you're going to be carrying on?
No, not so much in terms of developments. We had I've talked to every single member on the board. You know, we've had good chats about before the game versus Hull, after the game versus Hull, going into the Southampton game. So we're in constant dialogue, and it's been good.
But basically, just game in game, is it? You think?
Who knows? Yeah, as far as I'm aware, and unless like I said on Tuesday, unless I'm told otherwise, then I'll just keep prepping for the next game.
Player-wise, Ekdale is one that I think lots of us are looking forward to seeing with what he did for Sunderland. And him, Bove, Kwadwo Baah, what chances have they got this weekend?
Pierre and Bove won't be available for this weekend. They're close. You know, Bove's been training, has been really good. Really excited to see him when he gets on the pitch. Pierre's hasn't played for a while, so we need to get him up to speed before he can get involved. And then Sabo has trained a few days. We'll see if he's involved or not.
I mean, those three added with all the rest. It's a promising squad.
It's a great squad, yeah. You know, as I said on Tuesday, you know, we've got a very, very talented bunch of players, and it's down to us and me to get them together, get them on the same page, get them on the pitch, and as I say, working towards our goal.
Everyone else okay from Tuesday night?
Yeah, everyone's fine as far as I'm aware. I haven't been told. We just come in, so I'm sure we'll have a meeting about it. But as far as I'm aware, everyone's fine.
And Southampton, hopefully they might forget you playing at Portsmouth.
Yeah, I mean that was a long time ago. So yeah, so you'll see. No, it's a fantastic stadium. It's going to be a tough game again, but it's one that we're looking forward to.
Their form was picked up actually in the last 3 games or so. So we know they shouldn't be where they are. So that's, you think that's going to be another tricky game? Yeah,
it will be a tricky game. You know, we're going to go there, and as I say, it's going to be a tough game. But if we can have the same performance that we had on Tuesday, it's going to be a good game.
they play football. It could be at home again, which is what Hull tried to do too. So, and you did really well against Hull, so that might suit you.
Yeah, I think it does suit us. I think any time it's a footballing game, I'm sure it does suit us. But I think we showed on Tuesday night we can do the other side of the game as well. I mean, the amount of aerial duels we won, the tackles that we won, the tracking back, the hard work, tracking players in our box, and then putting our bodies on the line when it was needed. I think if we can do that, and if we're consistent with our performances, then we're a match for any side in this league.
And those connections were there, weren't they?
Yep.
In the 3 phases, which we haven't seen for quite a while.
Well, that's something that you used to say. It's we can only work with how we work. So, as I said, it was a pleasing performance, but it's just a start. It's just one game. We have to dust it off. The whole game's gone. Now it's all about Southampton.
How are the injured guys, Charlie?
Matty Pollock, yeah, he's doing well. Hoping he comes back sooner rather than later. Yeah, that's all I know at the minute.
Yeah, how about Hector?
Hector is going to be a while. Yeah. I've only been here 6 days. I haven't gone too much. I've just worked with the players I have at the minute. So as far as I'm aware, Hector's out for a while.
His ankle, though, is it?
Yes, his ankle, yeah.
Pierre Driver, what's the situation there?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, talks broke down, I think, with the Saudi club. I think that's one for Valum rather than me in terms of everything. Like I said, I'm just working with the squad so far.